Hey guys, StrommTV here again. Keep them coming, keep them coming. We're at 9 wins with this Shaman. We're trying to make our way to 12, just starting us out and seeing how we can do. So let's kick it off. For those who haven't watched the draft, we're playing more of a kind of mid-range, low-range Shaman. I don't think they're that bad in Arena. If you can pick up some things like Bloodlust, we don't have one. So again, we're kind of trying to win mid-game with just our board presence, board control. We don't really have any finishers because we've got a Fire Elemental and a few of the Thunderbluff Valiants to buff our totems. Against a Priest, I think Priest and Druids typically play more control-oriented, so we got to watch out for that. Kind of considering hanging on to the Raider just because we have decent curve leading up to it, and if we drop him to an empty board on turn 5, Priest normally doesn't have any hard removal for him. Let's keep it. I feel like I always regret these decisions because you want to get that early board presence, but
greetings, friend.
We'll see how it works. It's one card. My other 3 are solid gold in the early game. All solid gold cards. This makes it very hard for him to drop a good 2-drop just because my Warrior can trade into it pretty well. Because I have 2 2-drops and a Lightning Bolt, I might actually drop one, which it shouldn't matter which one I drop in this situation. I have no other pirates in the deck, so the ship's cannon is just as useful as anything else. River Croc is a beast, but again, nothing for beast and shaman. I am bringing the Worgen out. I don't see a point to keep him stealth against a Priest with an empty board. He can get hit with Shadowward Pain, he can get hit with Holy Smite, he can get hit with that. Again, at the same time, I'm just trying to pump extra damage out while I can. Kind of want to do the Lance Carrier, but I think, again, keep him as the surprise. It's always better to just kind of drop what you have, keep the surprises in your hand, because this way, on his turn 4, if he drops a 4 health minion, the Lance Carrier can buff the Worgen and take it out that way. Another Wolf Rider, which is a horrible card for a Priest due to the low health it has. Probably drop the Snapjaw. I don't feel like I should have to trade because, again, what would he end up buffing that with? Worst case scenario would be Velen's Chosen, so I'd put him up to 5 health. He clears and then heals, so then it would still be 5 health. So very unlikely it happens. If it does happen, that's not the worst, though. Let's just do the base damage. My Infiltrator dies to Holy Nova, dies to a few other things. I don't think it's in any danger right now. The biggest thing I'm concerned with is we're coming up on turn 6 for a Priest, and I have a Snapjaw down, which if he ends up playing the Shadow Priest and stealing him, that's going to be pretty bad. I think we're going to do the Lance Carrier here just to clear, but let's go ahead and do our Totemic first, just in case there's a Flame Tongue. There it is. And then we'll just drop a totem for safety. If he does have that Shadow Priest like we were talking about, he would be able to steal the Flame Tongue totem, but then the Flame Tongue totem's easy enough to kill. Also, Flame Tongue totem is no longer an issue, so... Do we keep pumping totems, or do we try to set up for the Raider? The Raider could also come down next turn, so I think we just do Spectral Knight. Spectral Knight is great against things like Priest where they have removal because it's untargetable, although at the same time it's also 4 attack, so it wouldn't have mattered there anyways. Ogre Brute we may still want to take out. I could do Lance Carrier Lava Shock, which I think we may go that route.
What you want?
So earlier we made the comment he had some bad cards as the Priest, the Wolf Rider. Things like the Boulder Fist Ogre are huge for a Priest just because 7 health, being able to heal it continuously, really gets you going with your hero power. And he has a second one, so... The Noyotron's kind of funny. I hit the face with our Demolisher. trying to think of the best way to do this. I think we just pop the shield, hit it with the Spectral Knight, and then just do Totem and Raider.
Stop
and see.
poking me!
For kill the dog! I enjoy raiding!
Hoping for the Taunt Totem just because I think it's the best of them. Keeps our Raider alive a little bit longer. We're at 12 damage on the board if he can't do anything about our current board, so that's still pretty good if we want to just kind of forget everything else, go for the face. Gotta be a Holy Nova if he's giving us a card, yeah. So that's unfortunate. That's also the reason though why I didn't use the Demolisher to attack the Annoyotron last turn, just because again then it would have been 1 extra damage that the Demolisher didn't need to take. Might as well Totem first because we're probably just going to dump our whole hand here. No point in clearing because we're not actually going to finish anything. Just turn it over to him. He's got 1 card in his hand. Drawing your second one. He already used 1 Holy Nova. He could still have another one. So again, I don't want to discount that completely. But without a Holy Nova, without a Deathwing, I think we're in a great spot right now. Mind Controls are Wind Chuggy. We call these Wind Chuggies, by the way, in case we haven't gone over that. Whirling Zap-O-Matic, it's a little Wind Chuggy. Just because he goes chugga 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 as he kind of winds up. We can completely clear the board if we want to. I don't think we do. I think we're going to drop the Twilight Drake. I am going to Totem just because I would rather have any other totem than the Searing Totem probably. Do we clear the board? No, we do it this way. No point in taking damage on the Imp Master. Again, we are at 10 damage right now, so kind of fatal. He can use his hero power to heal. He's kind of on the borderline. We're not in a great spot because he's slowly kind of working his way back, but we're not in a bad spot just because we can trade things like our 4-1 into his 5-4, which we may actually do here. Let's see what we get for a totem first. Searing Totem. Great. Great, great, great. I want to keep damage going to him, so I think I am just going to go for a face. Not a great play, but I need to finish him at this point. Sitting there trading when he's dropping huge minions doesn't feel like it's going to work out for me in the end. I think my hope is that I just overwhelm him, he focuses on my minions that can do damage, and then I draw a Valiant, and I start buffing the totems that he's not even expecting to be an issue.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Great that he's dropping stuff like that too. Not that it really matters, because again it keeps my Fire Elemental alive, who already can't get to 7 attack. See what we get. I might have wanted to trade the Searing Totem first, but I think again we make the beneficial trade here. We go to his face here. And then we make the beneficial trade here, and then... Again, not ideal because I'm just running out of steam, but being able to kill a 6/6 when it's only at 2 health still feels like I have to do it. I potentially gave away 2 damage here, but he would have also cleared 1 more minion if he had that extra 2 damage, so... he's debating who to heal. Does he heal himself? Does he heal a minion? I think he has to heal himself. Again, if I had the Fire Elemental, that'd be the finisher. I have the mech, which is fantastic right about now. Time Rewinder. I almost think I take him back and get another part, just because nothing else really is worthwhile here. Let's do it.
Something needs tinkering?
Being able to stealth is actually pretty cool right now. Again, we're making beneficial trades where we can because, again, it's just too good not to. So he's going to clear the totem and he's going to clear 1 more minion. Ideally, he would use his 5/5 to clear the totem, and then he would kill that minion with his big game hunter. Let's just stealth it because, again, 4 damage, it might be what I need to finish him. I feel like we're slowly getting away from fatal, but I can't really stop that.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Kind of silly to buff him just because he only gets the +1/+1, not +2, if that makes any sense, because of the extra health and then everything else. There's the fire elemental finally. So we're at 8 damage now. So we almost have it, we just don't. I think we're still going to play this safe at this point though. We set ourselves up for a Holy Nova because he could completely clear the board there, but then we're both just top decking nonsense at that point anyways. Interesting. If we have the Valiant, we are at victory right now. So again, we're kind of banking on the cards that we know. It's good to know what your finishers are, what your odds are of getting them. We've got 2 in the deck, so we're looking pretty good at drawing one. We just can't seem to pull it.
Well met.
Do I want another 1/1? I think I'd still rather have the Taunt Totem just to keep my Fire Elemental alive. We are going to clear though. Do it that way. Save the Taunt Totem. We're keeping the Fire Elemental alive. We're keeping the 3/3 alive. Things like Mind Control would be bad here. Things like Shadow Word Death would be bad here. Odds of him having them aren't good, and we bested him. Never even looked at his name. EI47. Good game, EI47. We'll see you next time, buddy. Making our way to the top. 10 wins, my friend. 10 wins.